Hello students, and welcome to our class today. In today's class, we are going to talk about the measures of central tendency. The measures of the central tendency are actually the figures or a single figure that represents the entire data. More often than not, you have heard about the class mean. What does it really mean? The class mean, it is the single value that represents the score for the entire class. But it does not mean each and every student who sat for that exam actually scored that particular mark. Like for example, if the mean, we can say was 55, and we had maybe 10 students, the students who scored or who sat for that particular exam, they were 10, and the mean for those 10, they were 55. It does not mean that all the 10 students scored 55, but actually, on average, the 55 was the score. In this case, you can actually find maybe a student scored 25%, there is another one who scored 95%, but on average, majority of the figure, they were around the 55%. So the measure of the central tendency are actually those numbers that represent the entire data. And these measures are normally classified into three. We have got the mean, we have got the mode, and we have got the median. If we can start with the first one, which is the mean. The mean is also known as the average. It is the average of the score in a particular set of data. And when it comes to a data, whereby we have got the data we normally call the grouped, and the other one ungrouped, we can be able to get the mean. For ungrouped data, the mean, which is normally denoted by x bar, it is given by the sum of x over n, where x are the values that you are given, and n, it is the number of observations. So if we have something like this, a data of marks that was scored by the students, it was 55, 45, 10, and 30, maybe there were only 4 students. If we are told we actually calculate the mean for these particular students, we can get it by the sum of x. Remember, the x's are these values. So we just sum them, which will give us 55 plus 45 plus 10 plus 30. In total, this one will be what? This one will be 100 plus 40, which is actually 140. So the mean, the x bar, would be 140 divided by 4. You will find that the mean is going to be actually 35. The mean is going to be 35. So when it is ungrouped data is the set of data whereby the values or the numbers in that particular data are actually just listed and separated by commas, the way we have it like this. And to get the mean, you simply sum the values in that particular data, and then you divide by the number of observations, which is actually the set of values that were involved in that particular data. Let us see another case of the grouped data. For grouped data, which is actually data that is organized into classes, you can be given information like this. The marks were from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. And then we have got the number of students who scored. Number of students who scored the marks that we are given in each class. So like here, those who scored from 0 to 10 marks, they were maybe 5 students. From 10 to 20, they were 10. 20 to 30, they were 8. and 30 to 40, they were, maybe we can say they were only 2. In that case, if you are asked to calculate the mean will be obtained by x bar will be given by the summation of fx over the summation of f. You will be required as a student, first of all, to get the values of x, which is actually the midpoints of these particular classes, from 0 to 10, which is the value at the mid-row. So you just add the lower limit plus the upper limit, and then you divide by 2. So in this case, we are going to have 0 plus 10 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. 10 plus 20 is 30, we divide by 2, we get it is going to be 15. 20 plus that is 50, 50 divided by 2 is 25, and this one will give us 70, divided by 2 is going to be that 5. Those are the values of x. And frequency, it is the number of observation in each and every class. So the number of students here is going to be the frequency for each and every class. So what we need to do here, we just multiply the frequency times the x, so that now we can get the fx. So as you multiply the f times x, you will be getting the values of fx down in the table, and then you sum the fx's, which is now going to be substituted in the formula for you to be able to get the mean. And also you sum all the f's, so that you can get the value here for f, which you are going to substitute here for you to be able to apply this formula appropriately. Basically now, what you need to do is to understand this, that data can either be grouped or ungrouped. In case you are presented with ungrouped data, you are just going to be given values which are listed, and if you are told to get the mean, you just add them, and then you divide by the number of those particular figures. But if it is grouped data, that is data that is organized into classes, you need first of all to get the value of x, and x is simply obtained by getting the midpoints of the classes that you are going to be given here, and then you multiply the f times x, so that you can get now the fx, and the sum of all the f's, you divide the two figures for you to be able to get the mean. So we are going to stop there for today. When I will come next, we are going to see or to talk about the median and the mode. Thank you very much.